bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the hoes love it. Posted with the low stugging. At 15, I got caught up at the wrong spot. The cop tried to whoop me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back. Suit up all my niggas in that black. Troopers with them killers in the cat. Catch me on the corner going hard with them motherfucking facts. Blaze on your bitch ass. Drop the truth for change, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. It's that nation building flow to make the dead turn their neck like a whiplash. Now bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving, got the feds, get a violence in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. I'm from the South, but knew a trout up in Cornell. Met a nigga by the name of Darnell. That really ain't his real name, he put me on the work from the cartel. Bitch, I ain't a snitch, never snitch. Then I hit my brother up, I got a lick. This right before the truth, that shit legit. This legit. We can ship it by the truck loaded. By the end of the summer, we gon' hit, nigga. Yeah. About to be the man on they bitch ass. Got green plus the Zans on they bitch ass. Pop a rubber band on the bitch ass. The fuck a nigga saying, I don't check cash. Let's slow the car down while I ride down the I-95. Thinking about my daughter's eyes on some real shit. My partner caught a case, facing time. What the fuck is going through a nigga's mind on some real shit? My daddy passed away while I was crying, but my pride won't let me keep crying on some real shit. Something gotta give, shit. Cause somebody gotta make it out these streets. Now bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving, got the feds, get a violence in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest.
West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville when I found the truth. I called the school, class was being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, Amy murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. change, it was life-changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Shalom Israel. Hey, this is Isupk Kaleem. And this is a brotherhood, man, out here. And I just want to say this, man. The water wire Howard shot, man, for allowing Isupk Kaleem in this tremendous weather, man, this old crazy storm, you hear me, to keep going, man. Like, I'm going to just say this, man. This brother to the right of me right now, man, Tapazar Ben Yahweh, man. This brother is an amazing brother, man. Like, he holds it down in clean, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his brotherhood is unmatched, you heard me? Because this brother right here, man, don't matter what's going on. If you around, he can get to you. He'll come get you, man. And one thing about this Isupk Kaleem, this school right here, man, you gotta think about how powerful this is right now, man. You have a lot of places in Texas that ain't got no power.
That's right.
And we at the Isupk Kaleem Texas School are one of the only ones out here that has power while there is no power around us at all, man.
Right.
So with that, we had to come out here and give y'all a class in this crazy weather, man. I don't know what to call this weather. It's because, the White House call it a state of emergency, you feel me? But, I'm going to just call it, man, hey, it's the Most High want his people back together, you heard me, to brotherhood, and don't move, you dig? And give him all the attention and glory, man. This is why I say, man, listen, man, if you around this area, man, from Carpets Cove, Killeen, Fort Hood, Belton, Temple, Nolanville, Troy, all the way to Waco, man, give us a call, man. Ain't nobody doing it like us, man. Right. You hear me, man? Like right now, man, I'm about to introduce everybody that we got in the classroom right now.
That's right.
First and foremost, it's ranking order. You got me, myself, Officer Carabo 1000, man. You hear me? You have this mighty man, Tapazar Ben Yahweh, man, Officer 50, man. You know what I'm saying? You have my mighty priest over there, man, of Bronze Zion, man. You hear me, Officer 50? You got that mighty man, Calcazar, Trooper Calcazar at that, though, man. One of the mighty ones you will ever meet, man. And get that brother a hand. Man, we got 2 sisters in the building. We got 2 children in the building, man. This is what we do in the Isupk Kaleem, man. Right. And I just want to say this, man. Ain't nothing gonna stop us except the Most High, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna put it like this, man. Let me tell you something, man. Why wouldn't we have class If the Most High get light, man. Let us keep our power on. Out of all these places out here, he could have turned this off. But you know what he did? He like, man, the truth got to get out.
That's right.
And I know one thing, two things for sure. If nobody else in Killeen, Texas has the truth, Isupk, Killeen, Texas got the truth.
That's right.
So that's why we about to let this out today, man. You hear me, man? And like, I just had to, like I say, man, I'm going to just say this, man. He showed me, I'm going to keep it real. Topazar told me earlier, I say, man, that's crazy. Why we the only one with power? He like, the Lord. He like, I'm like, you know what? That is real, man. Most High in Christ. Right. Because, man, you got to think about this, man. If you're the only one out of a 5-mile radius, a 10-mile radius, 20-mile radius with power, and you in school at the home of the truth, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana, and you're the only one that has power, you know who the Lord with, man.
That's right.
Man, with that being said, though, man, we about to get into class, though. I just had to state that real quick, man. Like, and also, man, I gotta touch this real quick. I know it's all brotherhood and everything like that, man. But I gotta speak on this, man. You know, like, I'm gonna say this, man. You know, you gotta realize this. It ain't the snow. It ain't the ice. You know what I'm saying? Even though we down south, you know, half of us don't know how to drive in that stuff, in these conditions. It's cool, though. But it's the fact that, what about the power? What about the water? What about the kids? Do y'all have any compassion thinking like, this is a crisis right here. It is so crazy to the point where you got to think about this. If you got little infants, right? You got little babies sitting in the cold with no heat, no gas, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? No light. All the hotels filled up because you know why? Of course, all the goddamn devils want to make sure they got a room. Right. You hear me? They knew it was coming. Right. So they done rent out all the hotels. Right. So guess who's left at the bottom? Right. Israel, man. Right. So man, when I say that to say this, man, show some brotherhood, man. Show us some damn compassion out here, man. Like you act like we out here complaining and crying because of some snow. You know what I'm saying? True, we don't get snow like that. But brother, let me tell you something. It's way more stuff we gotta worry about than some goddamn snow, man. You hear me? But with that being said, though, man, hey, I love my brothers and sisters, man. We keep it pushing, man. And like I say, if anybody in them areas I just named prior before that, man, give us a call, man. You hear me? We here for y'all, man. Right. Go ahead, Top of Zark.
Okama concert. Hey, y'all clap it up for Officer Karate one more time, man. You know what I'm saying? What he's bringing out is heavy, and also too just to add into that, Salakia, to add into that, B&H Ranch, Houston, Texas, Player Street, the Lord's 52nd annual Passover. All so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians are invited. It's going to be a beautiful situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Our people gathering together in brotherhood, you know, coming from all parts of the country, you know what I'm saying? Even possibly, you know what I'm saying, out of the country, you know what I'm saying? To gather together, man, and do the Lord's Passover and celebrate the Lord's victory, you know what I'm saying, over our enemies, man, and him delivering us from the hands of our oppressors, man. You understand? And Salakia, that's why, like, right now, you know what I'm saying, this brotherhood is so important. You understand? Because we need each other, man. We need each other. We have to recognize each other as being family. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, because without understanding, like, that we are family, man, you know, sometimes, you know, like you know, the love wax cold. We look at each other and we feel like we start trying to count. You know what I'm saying? And y'all understand, man, in Israel, we're not supposed to count. You understand? Like, we start trying to count, man, and you know, we look at what this tribe got, you know what I'm saying, what this tribe doesn't have, and we try to like weigh it out on a scale to see who's going through more, who's suffering more, when we're all up under the oppression of our enemy, man. You know what I mean? Who is the so-called white man, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
That's why it's important that we stick together, man, and we do things as the Lord says, man. You know what I'm saying? And we can't lift up ourselves against our brothers, man. We can't look at our so-called Hispanic and Native Indian brothers and feel like because we went through the transatlantic slave trade that we're suffering more than they suffered. You understand?
Damn right.
When the truth of the matter is that they were the first ones on slave boats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From Portugal. You know what I mean?
Damn
They took the Aztecs, the Mayans, you know what I'm saying, the Incas, and put them on slave boats, man, before we ever came to these lands, man. Right. And we got to remember that, man. You understand? And if you've done your research, if you've taken the time to actually study, you would understand that there's more archaeology from you know what I mean? The scriptures say that the earth opened up and took in the flood. You understand?
Right.
That mystery down, what that means is it's talking about the archaeology. There's more archaeology that you know, from that standpoint, that supports Native Indians and so-called Hispanics being Israelites more than there's archaeological evidence that would support us. Now,
that's right.
We do take in the archaeological evidence, but what we go by is these scriptures. You understand? Like that's the main
right.
That's the main thing that we stand on, man. And if the evidence supports the scriptures, then we deal with it in that way. You understand? But I've heard some brothers say things like, you know, Hispanics have their own countries, you know, and they have their own economic system, and we've never had our own country, and so how are they the Israelites? They're not going through the curses, and you know, a lot of times, man, it's about maturity. You understand? It's about maturity, and when you're, you know, youth is not just physical age. You know, there's different levels. There's different ways that you can grade it, because a lot of times youth is your lack of knowledge. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and when you don't have the information or the knowledge, you make assumptions and you start to try to count or calculate by what you know. You know what I mean? That's why it's important, you know, to come into the truth and to, you know, to open your ears up, man, and open up your mind and learn something. You understand? Because yes, you got Mexico, you got Belize, you got Argentina, you got Chile, you got Paraguay, you know what I'm saying? You got Guatemala. They have their own countries. But what's the main component that affects all of them? The oppressor.
Damn right.
He's invaded their political systems. They don't have their own self-determination. You know, the last Hugo Chavez, you know what I mean, over Venezuela, he was what you would call like, and it's funny too, because today is the anniversary of when Fidel Castro actually secured Cuba against the United States. Even in that situation, he had the devil backing him up, which was Russia, because they were in a Cold War against the United States. So they were trying to use Cuba as a territory to put nuclear missiles there to have them aimed at the United States so they could flex on the United States. This is when John F. Kennedy was in office. It was called the Cuban Missile Crisis, okay? But I'm bringing that up because Hugo Chavez was kind of like a Castro. You know what I mean? Castro was for his people. He was for the poor. That's why he pushed all the rich Cubans out, because they wanted to oppress the people and not help the people. And he wanted to help the people. So the people, them Cubans you see in Florida that be supporting the Republican Party and supporting them racist white folks. I know you ask yourself, well, why is Manessa supporting the white folks? And they came over here on boats because the white people know that them Cubans didn't have love for their people. They came over here. They came over here because Castro kicked them out because they didn't care about the people. You understand? Right. So they lined themselves up with the beast. Right. You understand? That's why you see them lining themselves up with the Republican Party all the time, and you know, going along with those that party line. You understand? Towing that party line. Hugo Chavez was like what you would call what's the brother from Libya? Muammar Gaddafi. Yeah, but I say he was that type of leader. Damn where he was giving free electricity to his people and free gas. But the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. And he turns us against each other, man, against our brothers, man. Right. You know, he went into that country, and because of embargoes and sanctions, which really is what the mark of the beast is, man. When you refuse to the mark of the beast, you can't buy or sell. Venezuela was cut off from the world trade and being able to trade with other countries because the United States came in and put sanctions on them and embargoes, preventing him from doing trade with other countries to where he could continue to support his people and help his people. So now him understanding that, he's like, okay, they're blocking me off, but I have to make sure I keep order in my country. And, you know, the youth of that country, they're feeling like, oh, we have a bad leader because we can't make moves and do things, not knowing that the serpent came in and was trying to oppress that country, man. So they blame their leader. You understand? And they tried poisoning him. He came here to the United Nations, man, at least 15 years ago and told. This is back when George Bush was in office and said that he was the devil that the Bible speaks of. He said I could smell the sulfur on because Bush had spoke on the podium. He came behind him and was like, I can smell the sulfur here on the podium. He's the devil. It's on video, man. You understand? So like, our people have known for a long period of time who the enemy is, but when like I said, maturity is not always about age, it's about knowledge at times, man. And when you don't have that knowledge, you think like a child. And when you think like a child, you lack brotherhood. You understand? Which is why the scriptures say that when I was a child, I thought as a child and spoke as a child. But now that I've become a man, I put childish things behind me. We have to, Captain Kahan, I repeat this a lot in the classes, but he says something very powerful. Living this life in oppression, the thing that's important is knowing who to blame. Right. And we spend a lot of time blaming each other. We spend a lot of time blaming ourselves. And we need to take accountability for keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, showing brotherhood to our brothers, humbling ourselves to our brothers, not having pride. But we have to understand that we have a common enemy that wants the nation of Israel to be no more, to not be in remembrance, man. You understand? So my point is this, man. Venezuela, yes, there are Northern Kingdom brothers, Hispanic brothers who have their own countries, but they are being oppressed, man.
That's right.
Listen, man, a lot of y'all out there, y'all might be fans of like Pablo Escobar, or you know what I mean, which was in Colombia, or like the different I mean, when I say fans of, I mean like in Netflix when they have these documentaries or these movies about the cartels and whatnot, right? And what's the other brother, man, that they locked up in Pablo? Mexico? Pablo, but no, the brother in Mexico, man.
Mexico.
I can't think of his name. He dug the tunnels. He had the tunnels underground, but they had that brother locked up, right? So now. We watch these movies, man, but if you watch these movies, you always see the CIA's involved at some level, the FBI's involved at some level. You have government agencies that are involved with, not letting their left hand know what the right hand is doing. They're on this side, they're coming from a law enforcement standpoint, but on the other side, they're wanting the drugs to come in to fund their secret operations overseas. They call them black ops. You understand? That's the real meaning of, y'all play Call of Duty Black Ops, but the real meaning of a black operation is an operation that is not on paper and that anybody can deny. So if it gets exposed, the government will be like, we don't know nothing about that. And they try to kill everybody involved because they're doing it. Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. The best way to break the law, this is the white man's way. The best way to break a law is to act like you're upholding the law.
Damn right.
You understand? That's the white man's way. Is to show you one thing, but behind the scenes be doing all the filthiness, man.
So that's what they got. That's what they were El Chapo.
El Chapo. That's what I was talking about, man. You know what I mean?
But see, the thing is though, and I know this first hand and first class, man. Cause look, let me tell you how much the devil is to you. So back in the way back in the day, you heard me. I was dealing with the case, huh? And so the lawyer came up in there, and I was locked up in Bell County. He came up in there with like, hey man, I'm gonna give you you accepted 45 years. You young right now, but you gotta do half of that. I fired his behind. Went up there, I had a court date. Went up there and told him, hey, sir, I fired my lawyer. I need another lawyer, but can I represent myself? He say, this what the lawyer say. He say, sir, I'm gonna give you some game real quick. He say, you need to know how to talk like a lawyer in here, because see, we don't talk by saying I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Right. We talk codes, and see, That is why the lawyers went to school to learn them codes.
Right.
See, you gotta learn the damn codes and stuff in order to deal with your case. So when you can pull up a code and know how to talk in code and learn the language of the devils, you can beat cases. But until you learn that, they're gonna get. But until you learn that, you're gonna keep getting railroaded because you do not have the money to buy an upper class lawyer.
Right.
See, when you get a court appointed lawyer, that lawyer don't give a damn about you, man. They want you to sign anything. Cause 9 out of 10, they're going with the prosecutor. So the prosecutor can go ahead and win that case, and they don't know nothing. That's why you appoint a court appointed lawyer, man, in the first place, because you're at the bottom of the barrel, man, trying to get a name. Now, the one that give a damn, the one that know the law, that's cool with everybody, that shoot golf with the goddamn with the judge.
Right.
Those are people you want to get. But them are people that charge you $100,000, charge you put your goddamn mama house on the sign over the deed to the house, man. Those are the type of lawyers like that. And guess what, man? That is what you need to beat a damn case.
Right.
So you damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
Right.
But in order to beat the case, that is why the white people get off all the goddamn and the oppressors get off all the goddamn time because they know the codes, man.
Right. Damn right. And Salaki, I don't want to add to your point, which is heavy, is that they hold themselves not guilty.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So they already gonna have a certain level of privilege on top of what you're saying, which is true. You gotta have that money because it's about the rich, man. And when you have somebody that's fighting for the poor, you know what I mean? They're going the thing that the U.S. government does is they vilify them, man.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? And this is why Commander General Yohanan and Isupk has been put on the Southern Poverty Law Center list as a hate group. It's not because we've done any acts of hatred,
right?
You know what I'm saying, or even that we're teaching our people to commit acts of hatred or violence. That's never happened. You understand? We follow the laws of the white man, but we most certainly follow the laws of our power. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, the Most High, man. So we're not doing that. The reason why they come after us is because we defend the poor. We cry out for justice for the poor because nobody else is. And the heavy point that Mighty Priest Karab brought out is that when you're poor and you don't know the lawyer's jargon, right? That you're in a position to where nobody's gonna advocate for you, man. You're part of the system, and really they know you being in the system is bringing them income. You understand? It's funding. It's funding that system. We're the life and blood, man. We're the bread and butter of their system. That's why you have the school to prison pipeline. You know what I mean? Where they're setting up. Listen, man. I taught early childhood education, man. And you understand? And what will happen is, man, is that in the classes, man, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the class, the boys, they always was set apart. They would stand out, and they would affect everybody else. So like they were strong, and you know, me myself, knowing how young black men are, I would take them kids and make them my helpers because they would influence the rest of the classroom. You understand? Right. So I make them leaders. That's all you do with someone who's strong, has strong character. You have to shape them to lead everybody else because they're going to impact everybody else.
That's right.
But what they would do in the other classes is they would call in for psychological evaluators from the state, and you know how when you in school you get in trouble, your file begins. Right. They were building files on children that were 4 and 5 years old, man. Psychological profiles. So this folder would follow them, and this hit the young black boys. And it wasn't doing it with these other kids, these other nations. They had built these profiles up, so by the time they hit grade 6th grade, they already got a file. Oh yeah, he's ADD, he's ADHD. Let's put him on Ritalin. Let's put him on medication. And then that's why you find so many of our children up in special ed, man. Because these. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you. Well, this brother brought out is very, 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 very heavy, man. And this is how you know the white man the goddamn devil. Mm-hmm. Because see, this is my thing. How the hell do you write down and take paperwork from a 4 and 5 year old of an Israelite child, but don't evaluate them psychopaths? See, the main thing.
gosh.
See, the main thing is the goddamn psychologists that y'all go see. Your oppressors, they psychopaths, man.
Right.
How the hell a psychopath is gonna teach you how not to be a psychopath?
Right.
You tell me that. How can you? But guess what though? We're not. They always talk about let us integrate. Integration was the best thing. Integration was the worst thing. Integration is what lost our black home businesses.
Right.
Integration is what got us the unspecial ed. See, we were some of the most smart. We still are some of the smartest people ever. But we were some of the most smartest people, man, when we dealt with our own.
Right.
You can't have no psychopath, no oppressor teach you nothing.
Right.
Because like they say, man, they're going to always make sure they're not guilty. You're the thug. You're the savager. You're the goddamn me with every damn thing underneath the goddamn me jail.
Right.
You're the bad guy. They always the good guys. But guess what, though, man? They're the worst thing smoking.
That's right.
They done stole everything from you. They done stole Christ from you.
Right.
They done stole goddamn me, the King James from you, man.
Right.
They done stole everything from you, man. They even stole Shakespeare, I believe,
Right. No, he was. That's
from you. And you know what, though? Y'all still don't want them back, man. Y'all don't want to we don't want to realize, man, we have a nigga God. We don't want to realize why everything we done been through, we still here, multiplied.
Thanks.
Why is that? Ask yourself that question. How is it that we go through slavery and then have us go off the damn boat and become sardines? You hear me?
Right.
In the Atlantic slave trade. Right. Come over here and get murdered, raped, and robbed during 400 plus years. Then go to the Tuskegee experiment. Then go through all these goddamn experiments and still here. Right. We still out here multiplying. While the goddamn white man divide.
Right.
They going bye-bye.
Right.
Think about that, black man.
That's
Hispanic man, Indian man.
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you like this, man. What this brother bringing out is very heavy, man. And y'all need to take heed to this, man.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't no other class in the world that will give you this much knowledge, black man, Hispanic man, than an Indian man. Because this stuff right here, I'm going to keep it real with you. If the goddamn devil had this knowledge, matter of fact, he has a little bit of it. Right. Why you think he charged y'all for theology school? Why you think he charged y'all
to feed you a lie? Good night.
You feel me? Why? Why do he do that?
Right.
And then for y'all people that's out there still talking like, I know I got a black God, then act like it.
Right.
Right. Damn
See,
right.
you can say what you want to say, man. Let me tell you something. A pair of lips can tell you anything, man.
Right.
But guess what, though? Your actions tell you everything.
That's right.
You can't tell me you have a black God, but still watch this goddamn white devil hang up a goddamn white Jesus, and you go to that same goddamn church.
Right.
But you know you got a nigga God. You know Christ was black.
Right.
Man, quit lying to yourself, man. Quit lying to the people, man. Quit being a Martin Luther King, man.
Right.
Quit being a traitor to your own people, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, man.
Con, sir. And you know, so to the point that Officer Karab was bringing out, when he's talking about these levels of oppression, see what we do is that we try to, what's the word? We want to pit our suffering against somebody else's suffering.
Damn.
So and we become hard-hearted in that sense. So it's like, well, we went through slavery on cargo slave ships. We was on plantations, or you know what I mean, we was getting beat, and then we say, well, okay, yeah, the Mexicans, okay, they had Spanish American War and whatever, but it wasn't as bad as what we went through. And then sometimes you have so-called Hispanics, Native Indians, like, man, we got put on reservations and slaughtered. They killed all of our buffalo. They murdered our children, and they feel like they suffering was more than what we went through, and it go into a whole merry-go-round, man. But see, the bottom line is this. Give me I want you to give me Deuteronomy 28:50. The bottom line is this, man. Is that what we're not doing is looking at the common denominator. That it's this same oppressor doing this to all of us, man.
Right.
And it's not happening to these other nations. It's only happening to us. Go ahead, Alderman.
If I may,
Yes,
real
sir.
quick, on that topic right there, this is my thing, though. That is so petty to me. Because this is what I don't understand. We got the same enemy.
Right.
And we trying to we're trying to debate and argue with who got done the worst.
Right.
Let me ask you this question, man. All of us got done the worst. Right. Ain't none of us speaking our original language.
Right.
You let them Spaniards, Hispanic, come teach y'all Spanish.
Right.
We let them goddamn English men come and teach us English, man. Right. Ain't none of us are speaking our original language. Right. So that means on that note right there, we both done been traumatized,
right,
demoralized, beat up, shut down, lied to. See, we gotta understand this, man. It ain't who got done the worst. We both got done bad.
Right.
Why we can't look at it like that?
Right.
He done to you, way done to me. Why do listen to this, man? Why do your oppression gotta be better than my oppression? Why do my oppression gotta be better than your oppression? Right. It don't make no sense. You know why? We both were oppressed. Right. Let's grow up here, man.
Right.
If he done us dirty, he done us both dirty, goddammit.
Right.
We don't gotta sit here and be going against the other. Nigga, he took your goddamn name and took my goddamn name.
Right.
Why are we fighting on who got done dirty the longest? Who got done dirty the worst? It's not the point.
Right.
They call you Jose. They call me Robert. What's the issue here? We both got goddamn slave master names. But we want to argue on who the slave master did dirty the worst.
That's a fact.
Man, come on, man. We got to get our heads together, man.
That's right.
I don't give a damn if you were slaves first or you was the slave last, goddammit. You was still a slave.
Right.
Why the hell do we gotta be so goddamn petty, man?
Right.
Like we sit up in the hood today. Man, nigga, I remember eating nigga bologna with no bread. I remember eating syrup sandwiches. I don't give brother, listen, man. Right. We both came up the same goddamn way. You nigga, listen, one day you had ketchup sandwich, one day I had mustard. Nigga, one day you had a sugar sandwich, one day I had a syrup. Why the hell are we over here talking about being oppressed?
Right.
Come on, man. We bigger than that, man.
Nice. I got something to say. Slock, y'all.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? We had one brother had fried bologna. I done had salmon. Not salmon. What's that shit called? That
sardines.
Sardines. Damn right. We all came up post. We all came up oppressed. You know what I'm saying? With the slide.
Right. So, and what he's bringing out is heavy because we got to stop, like how he said, trying to pit our oppression against someone else's oppression, and we do that sometimes, like he said, on a personal level. Like, you know, I went through this. What did you go through? I got this many bullet wounds. You know what I mean? Oh, I got stabbed 6 times. You got shot. Okay, I got stabbed. You know, that the whole thing is, man, is that we all suffering under the same curses, man.
Right.
You understand? And like I said, what we should be doing is like, you know, Captain Kahan, 13,000, you know what I'm saying, Thumyah said.
Goddamn right.
In this life of oppression, it's the thing that's important, or the thing to understand is knowing who to blame. You understand? Keeping our eyes on who to blame. And so like what we end up doing is that we end up having a hard heart towards our family and not towards our oppressor, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? When it's the oppressor that's committing these acts against us.
That's done.
If you could bring out that 2850.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50.
Mm-hmm. Or actually, you start at 49, Salagi.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And we won't get into it if we have the time, but the Northern Kingdom, these 10 tribes, they were in the Americas. You understand? This is on the other side of the earth, man. You know what I mean? So you have Portugal, Spain, I can't think of the country for the Dutch, but then you had England, the British. They came from far. You understand? To encounter these our family, our brethren. You understand? They came from a long way. Even for us, that was when we escaped out of Jerusalem in 70 AD, fleeing from Roman persecution into Africa, moving towards West Africa. That still was a long way that they came from to come and get us.
Damn
you understand? They came from a long way. Go ahead.
From the end of the earth,
right,
As swift as the eagle flieth.
And this, as swift as the eagle flieth. And one thing that you can look this up. You look up the flag of. I mean, when I say the flag or the mascot of Germany, of America, of Russia, of all these Edomite countries that have different names attached to them with different languages, you're gonna see an eagle with their name. I mean, Salaki, an eagle with their as their symbol. You understand? Representing Esau, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's in the scriptures, man. Not gonna get off into it, but the eagle represents our oppressor, man. You know what I mean? It don't matter what tongue he's speaking. That's the animal that he's chosen, or the Lord designated him to use. You understand? Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Right, because they're coming in different tongues, man. And see, and that's another thing, man. You know, we think that because Russians speak different than Americans that they're not the same people. Right. We think that because the Britons have an accent that they're not the same people, or that the Germans speak different than the Spaniards. Spaniards are Edomites. They're not. They might speak Spanish, but they're Edomites. They're just speaking Latin because at one time all these Edomites they were together. See, Rome. And listen, man, you gotta go back and watch shows like The Viking, or watch these movies, man, like that deal with that time period where Rome, which spoke Latin, they went in and invaded other areas that were Edomites, right? But they called them the Brits, but they were called like the Berserkers, or like they were called like I can't think of the name, but basically like they were like wild men. They were wild Edomites that weren't under any kind of rulership. They were like just tribal. But Rome got organized their military, and they went in and brought these Edomites into their kingdom. So you have people that spoke what you want to call today English and then Latin. You understand? But ultimately they came from the same place, man. You understand? So we think because they have a different tongue that they're different people. They're the same people. And that's the same thing we have to understand with our family. Just because he come out of Panama, a brother come out of Panama, a sister don't mean she's not our family. Right. Just because she come out of the Dominican Republic, or he come out of the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, don't mean that he's not our family. It just means that our oppressor, who was all Edom, who was all Esau, the white man, they had a different tongue. Right. You understand? And then who we were oppressed by, we took that on. And like Mighty Priest Karab brought out, he called you Robert, and he called you Jose or Fernando. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or James. You understand? It's just on how this break off happened. But ultimately, they're doing the same thing to us. Keep reading, Roy.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Right. You know, when you encounter them, they have an automatic animosity against us, man. Countenance is dealing with your face. It's dealing with your energy, how you coming off to somebody. Listen, man, you know, I won't get into what I do for my slave, man, but it puts me in the environment of a lot of these folks, man. When I say these folks, I'm talking about our oppressor, all right? I have to go to their neighborhoods, man, and go do work around their homes, man. You understand? And off top, even though I have all my credentials, identification, who I am, and I'm there for a reason, they're dealing with me with a fierce countenance, man. You understand? Because they have a perpetual hatred against us. It's inbred inside of them. And see, our people don't understand that. They want to trim their ways to seek love. They want to take off their culture and who they are just to get accepted by these people, man. And it doesn't matter. You know, I put up a post today about a sister who came out of a regular black family, who was living with this white boy, who was living on the property of a white man who had them outside in the back living in a tent. And I'm sitting there watching the video, and he's like, well, you know, it's better than sleeping under a bridge. Yeah, I had him back here on the trees in the tent, but it's better than sleeping under a bridge. And you know what happened? You know what ended up happening to this sister, man? And now, they didn't say that the boyfriend killed her, but this white couple killed her, and she was pregnant, and they put her into a purple suitcase, man.
Wow.
Found her body in a purple suitcase, man. They didn't say where the boyfriend was at. And you had this man who had her living on his property in the back in a tent, talking about how much compassion he was trying to show her. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, you have to know who your enemy is, man. You have to know who to blame. Right. And you got to keep that in your chest, man. You can't forget that. Go ahead, I don't want to
lock it real quick, man. Yeah. Right. And you know what's so heavy about all of this, man? See, we'll put all of our energy, man, into hating our own.
Right.
Never ever speaking to each other ever.
Right.
But you don't want to put that type of energy towards who you need to put it to, man.
Right.
And you wonder why you end up in crazy situations.
Right.
See, you end up in these situations because of you don't want to take knowledge, or you don't want to take heed to your enemy or who your enemy is.
Right.
See, If a nigga had you sleeping in his backyard in a tent, you'll call that nigga trifling.
Right.
You'll call that man everything up under the book. But guess what? If a white man have you sleeping in the backyard in a tent, you gonna, oh, thank you, sir. Here go my money. How much I owe you to sleep on your land?
Right.
See, that's
a fact.
That is our problem. Because you don't want to accept that these black brothers that you have.
Right.
Now I ain't talking about everything that's black ain't Israelite.
That's right.
See, there's a saying that goes around that say, your skin folk ain't your kinfolk.
Right.
But I'm talking about your kinfolk.
Right.
See, I'm talking about Tyrone. I'm talking about my nigga Jaheim and you know what I'm saying, under all these other names and stuff like that.
Right.
But when these brothers say, hey, you can sleep in our backyard with a tent.
Right.
Oh, they every goddamn thing. That nigga trifling, he garbage, he trash,
Right.
he don't know how to treat a woman.
Right.
But when a white man tells your ass to go sleep in a sleeping bag,
You gonna make do.
you gonna make do. Yeah. You gonna say, I don't need no tent, white man.
Right.
Just give me a pillow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But see, that's what's wrong with our people today. And you know why we think that way? Because you know damn well you're not supposed to be into it with Tyrone or Jaheim or Jaquise.
Right.
See, but you're not supposed to be afraid of the goddamn devil either.
Right.
See, y'all want to trade yourselves for the white people.
Right.
Because y'all think, no, listen, y'all are right. Y'all are right because the Bible say this. Mm-hmm. The wicked do inherit the earth. But he also say this though. For his people, his true people that's going to follow him, be ready, be prepared to endure. See, y'all want to misconstrue that word endure. You can't endure and have your kingdom at the same time. Right. You cannot go through what Christ went through and have your kingdom at the same time. See, that is why he say, if you come to serve the Lord, be prepared for tribulations, man. See, y'all don't want no hard life. Y'all want everything to be easy. Right. So that's why y'all go and tread yourself and forget about everything you was taught.
Right.
Just so you can sleep in somebody's backyard under a tent and then end up in a goddamn plastic bag, a brown bag, a purple bag, whatever color bag, gone, dead, and pregnant. You know why? Because the Most High already said you ain't supposed to be dealing with them no way. Right. But since y'all are so quick to not want to read and study for yourselves, right. See, that is why we say we got a class. Because let me tell y'all something real quick. We don't have church. We have class. Right. Do you know what the difference between church and class? See, class is where you can come ask questions. Church is where you sit there and listen. You ain't supposed to say a goddamn thing in church. Right. You just listen to the sermon, right. That band, and watch the praise dance, and keep your mouth shut. Right. And catch the Holy Ghost. Other than that, though, you heard me say the Holy Ghost. But now, when you come to class, you can ask us any question. Right. And we got to answer. See, you don't want to do that, though. When y'all go to the Bible studies they have on Wednesdays and Thursdays at church, all you do is listen. Mm-hmm. You know, ask questions. Because what they say go. They ain't got the questions. But when we tell the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge of the Commander of Yohana that we got all the questions, come to class, bring your questions. Y'all want to call us women haters, all these goddamn foul names, which don't mean nothing. Right. But it's like this, though. Y'all don't want to come ask these questions, so then y'all want to feel like we don't know nothing. Then y'all want to go get the questions from people that y'all think that know the questions and get lied to. But while the whole time it's free.
Right.
Everything in life that is good for you is free. Think about that.
If I could though.
Go ahead.
So to what Priest Karab is saying is like they did a study, man, and people refuse what's free. Right? Because when you put a price tag on something, like it could be worthless, but because you put a high value on it and you make it rare, people will have a perception of, this I need to spend what I got to get this. But if you come to somebody and say, hey man, I got some free water, I got some free this, something in the mind says, if you giving it away, it ain't worth nothing. He trying to do something to me. That's how we think, which is why we reject the truth, man. When we go to these Christian churches, right? We get caught up because everybody's paying tithes. We feel like we paying for some type of information, or we paying for what we think that we're gonna get. You know what I mean? This is why it's easy to scam people, man. People get scammed a lot because they feel like they can pay for something, a little bit of some of what they want to pay and get this big reward out of it. Everybody feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to put no actual work in, man, and actually get what they work for. They want to just, okay, I'm gonna pay this and I'm gonna get this kind of an outcome. And the truth of the matter is this: the truth is free, but it costs you everything.
Goddamn right.
You understand? And the lie has a price to it, man, but it's worth nothing. But that was just
go ahead. No, back to it though, real quick though. Like you just said though, see, y'all is suckers, man. Y'all go out there and buy a $50 toy that you break and you move it the wrong way.
You know, I know about that.
You hear me? You go out there and spend thousands and hundreds of dollars on Christmas and have them toys get broke less than 20 minutes.
Right.
But you spend all that money on them. But guess what, though? We got something that will change your whole life. Listen to me. Your whole life forever and ever and ever. For eternity. All you got to do is listen and do.
Right.
If you have an ear, let them hear. All he asks.
Facts.
All you gotta do is listen, come in class one time.
Right.
Listen. I encourage you to bring all of your questions, man. Bring every single doubt you ever had.
Right.
And ask them. And if we don't answer it, then you know we ain't the truth.
Right.
But don't sit here and call us out of our name because we don't want to sell you nothing that is free.
Right.
You see, we ain't here to sell you nothing, but we are here to encourage you to come to the truth, to the everlasting life, this everlasting life.
That's right.
We trying to get you to drink the water.
Right.
But guess what though? They say you can't lead a horse to water.
Oh, you can lead a horse
to
to
water.
water.
You can't lead a horse to water.
But you
Can't make him drink it.
Right.
So like it. That's the saying. I can't make you drink it.
Right.
I can lead you to it. I can't make you drink it.
Damn right.
So, if you would rather drink that, hold on, what that pastor name was that had that life changing water he was selling. I can't think of his name. He in Africa. But listen though, this nigga had a life changing water and put a price on it, right? The water I'm trying to give you has no price on it, man.
That's right.
And it's the truth. But you would rather pay that goddamn $19.99 and drink that goddamn toilet water and think you over here having a life-changing thing into your system, man.
Real talk.
You having this old life-changing, what they call it, the spiritual world. What they call that shit is a name for it.
Ambrosia?
Ambrosia, goddamn me,
Elixir, nectar?
whatever the hell they be going to La La Land. But anyway, man, what I'm trying to let y'all know is, man, what we giving y'all, like he said in the scripture, man, he say, give it to them like you got it.
Oh yeah, Salaki, freely have you received, so freely ye give.
Freely ye give, so freely we give it. Now, if freely you don't take, I'm telling you, man, It ain't our fault. Because we out here having classes from Monday to Monday, goddammit. And we're trying to tell y'all to get in class. If you have any doubt, anything that you want to say, anything you feeling, man, you hear me, bring it to the table. But it's your fault if you don't.
Right.
And you remember that. Because the true preacher spoke to you, man. And I know one thing, two things for sure, man. The Lord say, if a priest done deal with you already, and you done spoke to him, you're accountable for all your actions after that.
That's a fact.
So you cannot say nobody came to change you. He ain't sent nobody to change you, man. He sent people to change your behind, man.
Right.
So if you don't want to take heed to him, don't take heed to him, man. Shalom. But I'm going to say like this, man. I encourage y'all to come get this free knowledge and this free truth and let it change your life. The brother that you see in the dollar store, guess what? Can change your life. I'm talking about the ones out there with the flyers.
Right.
They're talking about that Isupk. Can change. You went to a dollar store and came out with more money you couldn't even imagine.
Right.
Everlasting money
Right.
at a dollar store.
Damn right.
You went to Walmart trying to catch a bargain and came out with the bargain of your life. You went to HEB to get some groceries and came fulfilled with all the nutrients you need in your life.
Kroger's, Stater Brothers, whatever state you in,
Goddamn
whatever
right.
your store is.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so Salakia, so yeah, man, Piggly Wiggly, but Salakia, man. So basically, man, we have to understand that we're dealing with the same oppressor, and we can't use our oppression to against each other because he's doing the same things, and this is how we know. Finish reading that 50, 50, yeah.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Right.
which shall not regard the person of the old.
Right. So when we see these situations where you have the police doing no-knock warrants and they kick the doors in, and it's an old grandmother or old grandfather or uncle, and they shoot them dead because they're old, but they pick up a gun to protect themselves because it's robberies in the neighborhood, and they shoot them dead. Or if you have an old man that's in the street and they come up on him trying to speak to him or ask him questions, and he's like, "What's going on?" As a man, he's been on this earth for 80 years, 60 years. He's like, "Man, come on, man," and like they don't have no respect for him. You know what I'm saying? They take him out, right? They don't have regard for the old. They don't care how old you are, and what else?
Nor shoot favor to the young.
They don't show favor to the young. This is why you got Hispanic babies locked in cages at the border. This is why you have the prison, the school to prison pipeline, where they put in psychological profiles on our children while they in pre-K school, getting them set up to have a file to where when the teacher sees them in first and second grade, they already putting them off in the corner. They already giving them work that doesn't match up to what everybody else is doing in the classroom. They already have a bias against them. You understand? It's a hatred for our people, and they're not just doing it. I think his name is he's out of California, Officer of 5,000, Thawar Gabar. He put up on Black Authentic Truth. He had a picture of blacks and Hispanics in school together. You understand? All together. You understand? We go through the same things. I went to my elementary school in California, man. We had Hispanics in our classroom. They dealt with us the same way, man. They treated us the same way. You know what I mean? That poorly. You understand? They was on our bumper about everything, but white kids was doing all type of crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into it, man. Listen, they was doing all types of madness, but they was always had their eye on us, and we see that as we grow up into society. It's the same thing, man.
Right.
You understand? But read that again. Read that again.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Right.
which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
They don't care if we young or old. That goes for Native Indians, Hispanics, and so-called Negroes, man. You understand? That's how we know. We instead of us like how Priest Karab said, instead of us looking at what I went through, let's just look at who's making us all go through it. You understand? Right. We talk about that crab in a bucket mentality, man. You understand? But crabs aren't born in a bucket. They're not. That's not their natural habitat.
Nope.
So instead of worrying about, man, crabs always pull each other down from the bucket. Why don't we say, man, who all of us together? Who put us in the bucket?
Damn
Let's all get out of the bucket. And I'm gonna tell you that bucket is Christianity. That bucket is this political system trying to be a Republican or a Democrat. You understand? Or an independent, whatever. That bucket is Islam. You understand? That bucket is Catholicism. You understand? That bucket is out here. Living wickedly, man. You understand? Going against these commandments, man. It's smoking weed. It's having fear of a vaccine, but you ain't having fear of having unprotected sex.
Right.
You understand? Who was putting us in it? Who was putting us in this mindset to where we are disregarding what the Lord said, man? Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. This breaking brotherhood it didn't start here in the Americas, man. This started back in our land because we were being disobedient to the Most High, man. You understand? And we can't lift up ourselves against one another, man. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and get into that history right now. You understand? You know what I mean? But the bottom line is this. When you look at, because a lot of y'all out there are Negro only. Y'all want to act as if like it's these Native Indians and these so-called Hispanics are not Israelites because of, of colorism. You know what I'm saying? And appearance. When y'all know damn well in our own nation, even outside of us mixing with other nations, we come in all shades, man. You understand? If you look at my children alone, if I show you photos of my kids, they all look different, man. They all have different colors, color shades, man. And that's how Israel is, man. Across the board, you have Mexicans that are darker than me, right? And then you have so-called Negroes that are just as light as Mexicans are. You understand? Look at Blake Griffin. What you gonna say about him?
Damn right.
He's a Negro. He's a Levite. He's a Haitian.
Steph Curry.
You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry, man. It's plenty of brothers like that, man. But when you're dealing with colorism, or even if you're dealing with tribalism, now listen, we respect each tribe's individual attributes and how they represent themselves. There's nothing wrong with that, man. But at the end of the day, man, listen, man, we one family, man. Let me show this real quick, man. You know what I mean? Right. Listen, man, all the tribes, we one family, man. You understand? It don't matter that we have different attributes. We're one family, and we can't get off into because listen, when y'all started that Negro only crap, you figs, you fake Israelites, you Christians, y'all started that Negro only. You know what the Hispanics did? They started Hispanic only.
Damn. Going
off of the archaeology, saying like calling us Canaanites, calling us Africans, saying we're not even real Israelites, man. Right. But that's dealing with that breaking the brotherhood, man. And Christ came to eliminate that because the bottom line is this, man. Like from last week, we coming out of Luke 15, dealing with the prodigal son, man. You know what I'm saying? The older brother and the younger brother. The younger brother, he left off. He went off and he took his inheritance and he went left with it. Okay, and that's true, that happened. But the older brother, his countenance, man, fell when he saw his little brother come back.
Damn right. You
know what I'm saying? He looking like. And sometimes it's like that, man. We know about that because you might have been raised in a neighborhood and it's somebody you knew when you was in elementary school and he left, he moved away. He come back 15 years later, you grew up in the neighborhood, everybody treat him like, man, who is this nigga? Who is this stranger? Who are you? You understand? And see, that was the pride of Judah because the northern kingdom fell, man. You understand? And we finna get into that right now, man. As a matter of fact, man, give me second Esdras 13, man. You understand? And we're gonna move through these scriptures really quickly. You understand? Because I just want to establish, the Bible says to prove all things. I want to show that this animosity towards each other, this break in brotherhood, it happened before we came on this side of the map, man. Damn, it was already there, man. But the root of it is because we wasn't doing what the Lord said, man, as a people, man. Actually, before you get that, man, give me good night. Nah, go ahead. No, go ahead and bring it out. 39 to 46.
Okay. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him.
This is the vision that the prophet Ezra had, man. Okay, And in this vision, he saw a peaceable multitude, and the angels breaking down who this people were. Okay, go ahead.
Come. Verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes.
The 10 tribes. Okay, go ahead.
Which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea.
Hosea, which is Hosea. Go ahead.
The king, whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria,
Right.
led away captive.
Right.
And he carried them over the waters.
Right.
And so came they into another land.
Right. They came into Assyria, man. Okay, and I'm gonna show you in the scriptures where this coincides at, man. This is in the book of Esdras, but he's talking about in this vision what actually occurred, which is actually history. This is the 10 tribes, the northern kingdom, being taken into captivity into Assyria, man. Okay, this and when we're dealing with the parable of the prodigal son, when it says that son took his inheritance and went away into another land and spent his inheritance, this is what it's talking about. The 10 tribes being taken away.
That's
all right. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 41. But they took this counsel among themselves,
Right.
that they would leave the multitude of the heathen,
Right.
and go forth into a further country,
Right.
where never mankind dwelt.
Right.
Verse 42. That they might there keep their statutes.
Right. Keep the statutes of the Lord, because while they were in the land that the Lord gave them, the Lord had divided the kingdom, right, because of King Solomon's sin, him taking on these foreign wives, and then him building up these temples for these foreign wives, man. Okay, and setting up temples of idolatry. So the Lord said, I'm because of David, I'm not gonna do it in your time. But once you go to sleep, I'm splitting this kingdom up, and all you're gonna have left is Judah. Okay, which represented the 3 tribes: Levi, Benjamin, and the tribe of Judah. But go ahead.
Which they never kept in their own land.
Right, they didn't keep it in their own land, and we read about that. Who was the start of that? Jeroboam. Okay, Jeroboam was who the Lord chose to, to lead the 10 tribes. And he told we went over this last week. The Lord told Jeroboam, "I'll be with you like I was with David." That's a heavy thing to say to somebody. The Lord loved David. The Lord spared Solomon because of David. The same way the Lord is sparing us now because of Abraham, man. Isaac and Jacob. But because of Abraham, the Lord's covenant to Abraham is why it's why so many times the Lord has spared us, even though we've gone off and done wickedly.
Yeah, right.
You understand? Keep reading.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river.
Right.
Verse 44. For the Most High then shewed signs for them.
Right.
And held still the flood.
Right.
Till they were passed over.
Right.
Verse 45. For through that country there was a great way to go.
Right.
Namely of a year and a half.
All right. This is how long it took them to travel to get to their destination, man, to the Americas. Go ahead.
And the same region is called Arsareth.
Arsareth, man. This is what we know as the Western Hemisphere, which you want to call North and South America. Okay. Gad and Reuben, they inhabited North America, and then you also had Native Indians that were in Canada, because that's inclusive of North America. And then you had South America, man, where you had what you want to call the Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Incas, man. You understand? Inhabiting that area, man, into the Americas, man. All right. Now, see, you have to understand, man, the time period of this was 800 years before Christ even showed up, man.
Right.
You understand? Before Rome took over the Greek, before the Greek Empire had taken over, before Rome had taken over, they're over there living this whole other life. That's a long time of separation and division, man. You understand? So, I heard a fake Israelite say, I didn't want to speak on it, man. It was so foolish. But he was talking about why the white man can't be Esau. And he talks about, he used the example of when Jacob was away from Esau for a while, and then Esau met him in the wilderness, and they spoke to each other, and he was like, well, they understood each other then. I'm like, what's 20 years? You're not going to lose a language in 20 years, man. You understand? But Edom being in these, because what Edom does is they go to lands that are not theirs because he's a vagabond and a fugitive, and he takes over that land and acts like it's his own. He takes on that culture. You see it right now. Justin Timberlake, Miley Cyrus, who else? Adele. You see them watch what we do. And then they take on our culture and they imitate it, and you would make it Justin. I mean, what's the Justin Bieber? You understand? They take on our culture, and then you would think like it was theirs, that they came up with it. But this is an old thing. This is an old thing. When you see those old like in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s and 50s, those old soul groups that are like white people and like they have their little songs and stuff like that, and they're doing the let's do the twist. Right. You know, listen. Man, a black woman sold the American flag, man, and they gave credit to Betty. I can't think of her name. I forgot it because I ain't been in school for so long. But they attributed the work of a slave to a white woman. All these recipes, fried chicken, the apple, American is apple pie. Ain't no white person come up with that. It was probably a native Indian or a so-called Negro, man. Salaki for going off right now. Are y'all familiar with Aunt Jemima? The syrup and pancakes, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. If you go into the history of this, that company was never called Aunt Jemima. It was called Pearl Mining Company. Okay. And they came up, a black woman came up with the recipe for this mix. Okay. But they tried to advertise it as the Pearl Mining Company, and they weren't selling. So the black women who came up with the mix, they would find black women who looked like her, right, that were former slaves, to go out and have like what you know how you go out, you see lemonade stands, they would have little bonanzas or like farmers markets, and they would have her with her head wrap on, and she'd be smiling, hey, how y'all doing today? Try my pancake mix. And they were able to sell this product. So they put her face, that image of that face, on the box.
Right.
Okay? So now what's going on is that the Pearl Mining Company, which is still in business to this day, that product has been on the shelves for over 150 years, man. You understand? 150 years almost, man. Okay? They are still pumping that product, but they decided to take her face off and call it the Pearl Mining Company. I went on the Facebook post where the news advertised it. I posted it on my page. It's up there. And when I went to the post, everything was white folks going off, saying, I'm never going to buy this product again. They're giving credit to this black woman. Why would they use? Why can't they leave her on there? They were upset about it. And you know why they were upset? Because the idea that the idea of not seeing a so-called Negro woman in her place or being the mascot of their product, it offended them. Because when they see Uncle Ben, when they see Aunt Jemima, it's them feeling, it gives them comfort. Why? You know why it comforts them while they're eating their pancakes and pouring syrup on it? Because in their head, black people are in their place. They're in their place. They're right where they belong. Me seeing that image on that box lets me know that America is still great. Everything is the way it's supposed to be, man. You understand? You understand? But then when Master P, Percy Miller, not Pearl Mining Company, Percy Miller come out with his pancake mix, with his products, we want to ask him what's in it. Is it gluten-free? You ain't never asked who the manufacturers of Aunt Jemima was, but it was in your closet, it was in your cabinet. But when a black man come up with the product, you understand, trying to be independent and put our products in, and we know he's with us. Because he's getting out the information, then all of a sudden you want to question him. The same way how you want to question the prophets that are giving you this information, man. This truth. Right. Go ahead, I don't want to like it.
See, that just goes back to what I was saying earlier, man, with the backyard situation. Because see, our people will be easy to accept who's at the top. You know why?
Right.
Because all you want to do is win. Win, win, win. You see? So you got that mentality. To some people that are traitors, they don't care who the race is that's winning. They just want to win with them. So what this brother there brought up was very heavy. See, you got the white people talking about they're not going to ever eat it again. They're not going to ever deal with it again. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Nigga, that's not your product in the first place. Y'all stole that product.
Right.
Y'all snatched that product up and decided to do what y'all want to do with it because the Most High gave y'all the earth right now.
Right.
You see, so this is why I say, man, for all of you Negroes out there that has no brotherhood, that is not trying to support your brothers and sisters, man, y'all have something horrible coming y'all way.
Real talk.
Because y'all gotta realize this. Do y'all not know that Christ was a homeless man? Do y'all not know that Christ had not had his kingdom yet? But see, y'all are so caught up into the white man way to where y'all think that y'all deserve it right now.
Right.
Y'all don't want to sit down and endure with the rest of us.
Right.
Y'all don't want to sit down and have to sit here and live paycheck to paycheck. Y'all would rather have y'all riches in y'all kingdom right now in hell.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this though, man. Y'all enjoy this helldom kingdom. What I'm gonna call it? Helldom kingdom. Hell kingdom. You know why? Because at the end of the day, you're still only getting nigga money. You still only being nigga rich.
Crumbs.
You still only getting the crumbs off the white man table.
Right.
But y'all be happy with that. Because I'm tell y'all this, man. A day gonna come. When that day come, yo, I'm gonna say this, man. I pray I'm one of them people, man. One of them 144 of rulership. See, I ain't trying to be just in the kingdom. I want a kingdom, part of the kingdom I can rule. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all like this. I cannot wait until that day so I can see the goddamn rose gold. Not nothing. Listen. See, y'all use that concrete road. I'm talking about a road full of gold. That's in our mouths. Hear me? That's on our chains. See, y'all ain't ready to walk on that. But see, we are. You know why we are? Because we enduring when we can be traitors like y'all. See,
That's a fact.
we got called. We got called from Yahweh Shai. See, Yahweh Shai chose us. You know what we did? We ran to him. And we said this. Adonai, whatever you want us to do, we will do it. Without no regrets. Without no murmuring. Without no hesitation. You know why? Because what done to us, they done to you first.
Right.
See, y'all don't want to realize that y'all don't want to have hardship because y'all worried about pleasing man.
Right.
See, me and my brothers, we ain't worried about pleasing man. We worry about pleasing the Most High.
That's right.
So we in decent order. So with that being said, is this, man? We are the proud that's walking this earth. So if y'all want to right now invest in this hell, be my guest, man. But me and my brothers back here, we investing into the kingdom to come.
That's right.
We investing into the prayer that the Lord's prayer that y'all know.
Right.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
That's right.
That's what we are investing in, man. Because we know cowards, man. We can sit here and endure.
Right.
We done been through it. Our kingdom been through it. Our men above us have been through it.
Right.
All his disciples have been through it.
Wow.
So you telling me we can't endure it and go through it? No, man. We are happy to go through it.
Right.
We are happy to be chosen for it. We are happy to be the one that is getting the calling for it. You hear me?
Right.
Because as long as we keep doing what he said to do, we will shine.
Right.
We will come up. We are enduring to get a place in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Right.
And guess what? Even if it ain't us, this place gotta go.
Right.
So guess what we're doing? We're doing everything we can to hurry this up. We're doing everything that we can to push the fast forward button. Because we are tired of living this hell. We are tired of living in a place where you got polygamy groups. See, this is the thing. You got people that is acknowledging polygamy that is righteous, but want to do it the white man way. You know damn well the Most High say he hates homosexuality. You know damn well he destroyed a city for that nonsense.
Right.
Now y'all want to sit here and be like, "Oh, I want to have two women at the same time." Listen, that is unlawful.
Right.
But you can have two women at separate times. You can lay down with that woman, and you can go after that and go lay down with your other woman.
Right.
But you cannot have them at the same time. You can't have your woman in there licking box while you hit it from the behind, man.
Right.
You can't do that. It's unlawful. You can't. But see, y'all want to do what y'all want to do though. Y'all think that, like I heard this though. A girl gonna tell me this. Well, I read this. She say, see, y'all know what y'all talking about. Y'all just pick up a book and read it and follow it. I say, damn, that's the irony. Look, the irony of that is you say that you graduated with all these degrees, right? What book did you pick up? What book did you read? What book told you to do what you doing?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you want to sit here and say, you reading, you learn, you this and that. Girl, baby girl, I got a rude awakening for you. Every damn thing that's written by man,
Right.
except the 10 Commandments.
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong? Except the commandments, man. Everything is written by man. So I don't give a damn what you talking about. I'm going to go with the best thing for me. If you think that spiritual, you think that you is going to be recorded as a rat, a raccoon, a lion, a zebra is the way you want to live. Right. If you want to just worship a fat man and think you're going to some la-la world, that's fine and dandy. I'm going to tell you this, though. Do what you do. But if you're a Hebrew Israelite, quit running from it, damn it.
Right.
See, y'all don't want to take account.
Right.
Y'all, see, this is the thing. Our people is so stubborn, they don't want to be at the top.
Right.
They don't want to do what it takes to be at the top.
Right.
They will steady shoot for the crumbs instead of having a whole piece of bread.
Right.
See, y'all want to eat from the crumb of the white man table. Because you know why? Y'all ain't been taught how to do it by yourselves yet.
Right.
But while we're trying to teach y'all how to do it, you don't want to do it. You don't want to listen. You like, oh, you're a cult. Damn right, I'm a cult leader, damn it. Well, so look at the definition of a cult before you want to sit out here and spaz out words. Right. See, then you want to listen to effeminate people. That's why the scriptures say effeminate men won't inherit their kingdom.
Right.
You know why? He don't give a damn about you not being a homosexual. He give a damn about you being weak. If you were sensitive, I think a woman is a god. Ass nigga. Let me tell you something, man. You go suck on that pussy, man, until that Most High come. And then he says, since you want to serve him, bring him hither. And guess what? I'm going to say, I told you, pussy chumper, pussy muncher, I'm going to cut your head off because you want to be effeminate, right? You don't want to listen, right? You ain't want to be no man, right? Hold your neck up, nigga, and get it chopped off because you ain't want to listen. You thinking you want to listen to all these goddamn women and want them to run, you want them to rule over you because you because you effeminate, brother. You love the woman so much that you want to make her God, ignoring what these scriptures say in Exodus 15:3. I am a man of war. I am a man of war.
And the Lord, I mean, and even before that, you know what I'm saying, in Genesis, when the Lord told her that he going to rule over you.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Like, see, and that's the thing. Our people want to make up their own philosophies, man. But see, this is how stupid they are. Nigga, what philosophy you had in slavery? Tell me that philosophy.
Eat that pork. You know what I'm saying?
You hear me?
Watch your kids get took to a whole nother place.
Right.
Watch your wife get raped and say nothing, or if you say something, get hung or shot in the head.
That was their philosophy. Cowering up.
To get buck break, to get made to fight your brother, you know what I mean, kill him for sport. That was your belief.
That was your belief.
And you still moving the same way right now.
So when a white man tell you you can be what you want to be, you think you free. He done been told you that, damn it. He done been. You know how long? Do you know how long that has been? When he said you can be what you want to be. You know what you was being? A cotton picker, a tobacco picker, sugar cane picker. See, you was just being pickers because you niggers, and you don't realize your place. You see what I'm saying? Now you same hard-headed Negroes is out and about talking about some goddamn spiritual world. Out and about talking about some astrology.
And that's heavy. Man, that's heavy what you're saying, because it's like man, let me hold on.
Man, you don't get them, man.
Right, no. But
damn.
you know what's so heavy about what Priest Karab is bringing out? Like, it's a heavy thing that he's saying, and I don't know if y'all really like absorbing what he's saying. We in the same hell. It's like we in the same hell. We in the same hell, and we fantasizing about some make it manifest. When, listen, man. Do y'all know that? Listen, there was something called redlining. In terms of us getting homes and property, they insured us as slaves. There was insurance on the slave boats. We were insured as the cargo. On the plantations, we were insured. So not only did we make money for them when we were alive, right, having to pick, like how we said, being a picker, picking the cotton, picking the sugar cane, picking the tobacco, we made them money. When we had children with our wives, or if we was a buck and they had us hit up different plantations just getting women pregnant, right? They made children off of our physical seed, right? Because they could sell that child, get them built up, sell them to another plantation, right? Like the same way how we sell pit bull puppies right now, or Rottweiler puppies right now. We breed them. They had breeding farms. But then when we died, after we had a life of being a slave, when we died, they made money from the insurance company when we died. Then these same insurance companies who became ultra rich off of us in slavery, these same insurance companies would not insure us to get homes when they so-called emancipated us and let us off of the plantation to go try to get home. They wouldn't insure us. It was called redlining. And then these same insurance companies right now to this day, this is why you can't get mortgages. This is why when you get a mortgage, the interest rate is so high. Or why they won't give you the credit or give you or lend to you, because the insurance companies are saying, nah, we're not going to insure that to a black person. You understand? But then these same insurance companies will charge you extra when you have no accidents on your driving record, when you don't have no speeding tickets, but they're hitting you with more fees than they do a white person that's had 3 DUIs that lives in this certain area. You understand? The white man is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. But you over here with some goddamn sage in your house talking about we about to change things. You over at a protest in front of all these white devils with riot shields and batons, and you waving sage. Talking about the ancestors gonna come. You are the ancestors. You come back, dummy.
Damn right.
There ain't nobody floating around about to do nothing to them white folks. Where was the ancestors for George Floyd?
Right. To me, you're right.
You're right.
They ain't scared of no ghosts.
And they is the ghost.
They ain't scared of no ghosts. Come on, man. Like y'all tripping, man. Y'all over here with these little rocks and stuff, putting rocks on your body, talking about you getting your chakras in alignment. What the hell? What the hell I got to do with? What the hell I got to do with your kids getting profiled in kindergarten, man?
Right.
Then putting your children in special ed and putting them on medication. You lining up your chakras, man. Come on, man. Our people are foolish, man. And they refuse to take heed to the Lord, man, and to his knowledge, man. You understand? And then, like I said, we get caught up in all this nonsense, man. Then we want to start talking about how I ain't worried about no Mexicans and then babies at the border because they're not getting shot down in the streets. Yes, they are.
They all right.
Yes, they are. There's history, man, and we have to think soberly. And part of thinking soberly is being able to shut your mouth and listen and to learn, man. Right. You understand? And like how the mighty priest brought out, coming to class and learning the history of our people. And our history is in these records, man. The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, man. Right. It's time for us to learn because our people have been destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man.
Damn
you understand?
Right.
And it's the knowledge, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. We've lost the fear of the Lord, and having lost that fear of the Lord, having lost that knowledge, we've lost our brotherhood, man. You understand? We're not trying to connect with our Puerto Rican brothers, our Mexican brothers, talking about like, oh, that's not us. We don't do what they do. What you mean? Why you love Pablo? Why you love El Chapo? Why when you make your rap songs you talking about you the ghetto El Chapo? Why are you saying that?
Right.
So you in love with the hellish lifestyle. Well, listen, we have the same culture. We all love the gold. We love to look fresh, and we all have that same culture, man.
Damn
but the culture that matters, man, is in these scriptures, man.
Right.
Is in us serving our power and keeping these commandments, man.
Damn right.
You understand?
And if I may, real quick, man, it's so crazy because our people be like, I'm in love with the cocoa, and they want to be, but that's Colombian,
right? That's where it come from. That's right.
See, you see, like y'all are so goddamn goofy, man, to the point where y'all praising
the culture of our oppression.
The culture of our oppression.
That's
man.
what it came out
God
of.
Damn.
We listen. Pablo got the cocoa leaves and was selling that coke because he was being oppressed because the government that was over him was working for the CIA, man.
Yo,
you understand? They was being impacted by the government. Everything Castro went through, his revolution was because the Batistas, who was the rich families, they was oppressing the people, man. So he got militant and got everybody together and took them all out.
Right.
You understand? The things that we do, listen, when you talk about Fred Hampton, you got this Judas and Black Messiah coming out.
Damn right.
The organization of us into gangs, whether it was Crip and Blood, it came out of communities trying to come together and fight their oppressor. And then it went left with selling drugs and being on drugs and then we take that culture from that, and then we want to glorify that and magnify that. When the truth is, like Christ said, man. In fact, man, let me go there real quick.
Go ahead, give me
John 8:33, man, just real fast. It was to make another point, but I just want to bring this out, man, because we like how the priest brought out, the mighty priest brought out. We think that we free. We in the same hell, and we talking about we free now. We not dealing with the same thing our grandmothers dealt with.
Right.
You understand? Like, go ahead, Otto.
Yo, the thing is, man, that's the catch. To make you think you free. To make you think you can do what the hell you want to do. To make you go to the same people that was called. Listen, y'all know about the Civil War. Let me tell you, I'm going to give y'all some games, some history real quick. Do you know that Democrats wanted y'all still picking cotton?
Right.
You see, y'all want to be politicians. Y'all want to be spiritualists. Y'all want to be every goddamn thing under the sun. You hear me? But the truth about Israel. But God chosen people, man. You see, y'all gotta stay out of other people's business, man. Quit trying to be other people, man. If y'all want to be somebody, come back and be your tribe, goddammit.
Damn right.
Come get these scriptures to learn how to be your tribe, goddammit.
Right.
Look, man, we got the Feast of Purim coming, man. Mm-hmm. For all the women out there that want to be masculine. For all the women that out there think they running something.
Right.
Besides their goddamn mouth. Y'all gonna see what a true woman did, man. In a time of oppression. Y'all gonna see what a true woman did, man. A true Israelite woman did, man. To save her nation, man. See, you can't save your nation by over there talking shit about your nation.
Man.
You can't save your nation by calling your goddamn baby daddy trash. You can't save your nation by keeping the kids away from their father, and they end up becoming homosexual, man. You can't save your nation with that goofy nonsense, man.
Right.
Quit being the goddamn devil, women.
Was he trash when your legs were spread? When he was
Right.
When he was knocking your back out?
Hell no, he wasn't. You know who he was
Yeah,
then?
when your face was stuck in the pillow and you smiled, I hate you, Jody. I love you, Jody.
Right. No, that was a honey bun sugar pie then. Yeah, that was they Mr. Deep Stroke then. That was they Mr. Good Man then.
All right, look, listen, Salakia, we gonna take that as a cue to get back on what we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because we was finna go there.
Yeah, we
You know
were.
what I'm saying? This is the Brotherhood class, so. But back to what Adawan was saying is that we think that we're free, okay? And this has been our problem, man. The oppressor give us a little. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When I was a teacher in early child education, my children would come to me sometimes because we had a schedule. We had to pre-plan our lessons out for the week, and we had to keep our kids on a routine and a schedule. Okay, so now. There was a certain time that they had block time, you know what I'm saying, play time, and then there was a time that they go outside. Now, as children always do, they're going to ask you for what they want, right? Can we go outside and play? They get up from their nap, you give them their snack, they want to hit the outside to the playground running around. But it wasn't necessarily that time for that. So what I would do is I would say this. Now, I would say, hey, look, you can't go outside, but you can go to the library and sit down and read a book on the beanbag. You can go over here and play with the little plastic dinosaurs. You can play with the blocks. You can play with these little Legos over here, the animals, the zoo animals, right? And they're like, oh, okay, because I gave them options. And those options I gave them made them feel like that they were free, that they had a choice. And even though they couldn't get what they really wanted, which was to be outside, I made them feel as if they had a choice to make. And so it basically made them okay with what they was dealing with. And that's what's happening with us here in this country, man. They took us off the plantation, let us roam around, but they control the environment.
Damn right.
I determine if they go outside or not the children. But the children, while they in the building, they feel like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So it's my choice. You understand? But that's not real freedom, okay? Hey. But this attitude that we have right now, it's the same attitude that we had back in our land. Go ahead,
before you get that scripture real quick. I'm going to just let you know how they do it real quick. I'm going to give y'all some game real quick, man. Y'all listen. See, when y'all sit here and be like, when a white man be like, hey, man, to go into the restaurant, you gotta pay $500 down. What most niggas gonna do? I just set up for some Jack in the Box, some McDonald's.
Right.
Fuck that shit. Guess what? They're gonna have that goddamn white time. They white supremacy. When they say, "Oh, you gotta pay," it comes in this neighborhood over here. You gotta pay $1 million down for this house. Right. You have that. Shit, no, I got $500K. Fuck it. Guess I'm in the ghetto again. Right. See, you gotta realize, man. The white man got slick tricks, man. Slick tricks, Salakia. They know what the fuck they doing. Right. They know how to get it done. They know if they want to keep your black behind out of somewhere, they ain't got to put no colors allowed no more. You know what they got to do? Put the money up. See, y'all ain't thinking about that. Because, niggas want to look fly with the lease. But guess what? When it's really talking about paying for that lease, niggas like, hell no, not me. Because you know why? You ain't even to pay that for that. Right. You hear me? Because your income ain't going to regenerate that. So this stuff you been stacking up took you 4 to 3 years to do. Right. 3 to 4 years to get. Right. So you got to think about how you're going to pay your rent. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you can't live out of your means, man. Right. But see, we look out of our means because it's cheap. We got the hookups. You hear me? Right. But you're not about to go to the goddamn white folks functions, man, to where to pay. Like, for example,
$1,000 a plate to come to this.
You hear me? $1,000 a plate. You're not supposed to go pay that.
And that's the bump elbows with somebody that could give you a deal over here that could, fund this project or whatever like that. And deep down, they've already had the conversation with themselves about who's doing what. The dinner is just to to seal the situation. And you're trying to get in the door. But that's the problem, man. Like the preachers bringing out earlier, we're trying to trim our ways to seek love. When we have our own kingdom, the Lord is taking them all down. Babylon is falling to rise no more, man. But we're not gonna get the kingdom hating on our brother, man.
That's right.
Having an oppression contest. Who suffered the worst, man? You understand? Where you have women against the men against the women,
Exactly.
children, the young against the old against the young, the dark skin against the light skin against the dark skin.
Right.
We got all these things that we want to look at and go to war with each other while the oppressors sit there just laughing. He laughing, even though the Most High in Christ is like, we finna take these suckers down, man. You understand? The Lord know what he finna do, but we down here fussing with each other over trivial things, man, because we're being immature. You understand?
Salaki, if I may real quick, about that immature. We being so immature and so wicked to our Most High.
Right.
To the point where niggas want to eat lobsters and shrimp. And that's a goddamn quality dinner. Think about that. If you hear every niggas in a rap, nigga like,
Steak and
yeah,
shrimp.
I mean steak and shrimp.
Lobster tail.
Yeah, lobster tail, this and dip. You know, man, book all that nonsense, man. Guess what you doing? You're eating an abomination. You're eating stuff you ain't got no business eating. And you let the white man tell you what's expensive. See?
Trailing behind him.
Right, and that is the point of, see, when you give the earth to the wicked, see, the Most High is so genius, man. He is so genius because he know a lot of our brothers and sisters want to be at the top so bad, but guess what? Going to ignore all of this right here? What he got to say to him, right? As a father, right? See, this right here is your father lesson right here, man. This Holy Bible. But since you want to ignore that, you can go out there and chase what's you to the top, right? And now realizing he already said, I gave the earth to the wicked. So you just keep on chasing to be the wicked. Because you're going to fall with the wicked.
Hey, give me Luke, to his point, give me Luke 16 and 5.
Man.
Hold on. Yeah, Luke 16. No, Luke 16 and 15. To his point. Hold on, let me see real quick.
Whoever get that, man, let me break that whole down. That's it. I'm so lucky.
Hold on.
I'm going to break that thing down.
Wait, hold on.
Is that Luke 6 and 15? But, man, I'm going to just say this, though, man. Hey, we got to quit being wicked, man. That's just the whole moral purpose of it all.
That's why it's like it.
What, John?
No, it's right. Yeah, no, that's it. Luke 16 and 15 to his point. Go ahead.
Okay. Book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but God knoweth your hearts.
Start right there, man. Ye are them that justify yourself amongst men. See, you know what he's saying? You is man pleasers.
Right.
You're trying to please your goddamn neighbor. You trying to please John that's in front of you. You trying to please your boss. You trying to please your homegirl that front like she got it all. You trying to please mankind, man. And you don't give a goddamn about the Most High. See, you would rather take your behind to Red Lobsters and eat all the goddamn lobster and shrimp. And then just so you can say, I'm there. I've made it. Right. When the Most High is looking at you like you are disgusting. You are nasty. You are filthy. You are dumpster juice. That is how the Most High looking at you. Right. While you out there sitting like that. Right. You out there showing your butt naked, your nakedness, sitting, acting as if you doing something, trying to oppress who? Read that from the top.
15.
And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men.
You justify yourself amongst men. You justify yourself amongst the president. You justify yourself amongst the rappers. You justify yourself amongst Instagram, Facebook, all your likes, all your goddamn love symbols. Man, let me tell you something, man. That's mankind. That is mankind you is seeking the love from. You seeking the love in wrong places, sweetheart. You speaking, if you a nigga, homie, you switching, you seeking the love in wrong places, man. Right. Them niggas out there banging Crip, Vice Lord, Disciples, Pyru ain't your niggas, man. They gonna get your behind. They gonna get you and your simple behind and your goofy thinking behind bars. Not snitching. Not trying to do right. Trying to hold it down for some gain that ain't got nothing to do with the Most High, man. You see, you can't do nothing without him. He shows us over and over and over. And you know what's so crazy? We the stupid people that still do it. He shows us, listen, let me tell you how smart the white man is. I gotta give it to them. They are so clever. To this point right here. They put all the movies out where niggas selling drugs and getting caught up at the end. And you know what we do?
We love them.
We love them, and guess what we think we can do? We can do it better.
Right.
They got billions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Listen, we only seen 1,000, maybe 20,000, 50,000. These niggas see millions on the movie. You hear me? We think we can outdo them. And the white man don't know what we doing. He's showing us how it all folds now.
He's making, listen, man, the white man is making billions. Listen, hold on, man. Listen, man. And we got to finish out this precept, too.
Yeah, go ahead.
But let me say this, man. Right, listen, the white man went overseas to war with Afghanistan and Iraq.
Goddamn.
They destroyed the infrastructure. Then they hired white companies of people who they're friends with who were having these 1,000-plate dinners, brought them people, their companies over there like Halliburton, DynCorp, Pulau, one I used to work for, over there to these countries to rebuild what they destroyed. Damn. And then and that's why you see these contractors overseas making so much money, because they're getting finance from the government to be able to pay the contractors. It's a government contract that pay them all this money to build what they destroyed and to take over those natural resources. Okay, all right. So now you got not, but then on top of that, you got the military over there, right? Who's acting as the police over there while these contractors do what they do over there to rebuild this and to set up this service, right? They set up food services for the people who don't even eat the food that we eat.
Damn.
Okay? Then on top of that, in Afghanistan, what they did was they had the military watching the poppy fields that were over in Afghanistan that makes the heroin, and then shipping the heroin back over here, which is why you had the opioid crisis, man.
Damn right.
It ain't just the synthetic heroin like the Codone and the Oxycontin and the Oxycodone. It was actual heroin brown hitting the streets. Baltimore, y'all know about that. In the Midwest, y'all know about it right now. People falling out dead from overdoses, man. Right. Making billions off of this heroin trade, and it's being done by the American government.
Damn.
But you wanna rejoice in the culture of our oppression about some rappers talking about moving some blocks and some bricks, man. You are being immature as well, man. Because like I said, man, being childish is not necessarily designated to your age, man. Even in this truth. You could be in this truth and your age is not designated by how much time you had up in here, man. It's about your maturity. It's about your brotherhood, man. Right. But finish that precept that you have, Officer Karar, man. They justify themselves before men.
Don't come. And ye said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men. Mm-hmm. But God knoweth your heart.
Right. God knows what your heart. And y'all use that precept, that scripture, to justify your wicked behavior. You feel like you saying, oh, I did this wrong, but God knows what I'm really about. Listen, man, the Bible says this, that the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
Damn right.
Let me tell you something. One thing about this brother right here, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm under him. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be getting on my nerves, man, but he be like, hey, man, you got to show me. Show me. You gotta let me know. I'm like Ardawan, because he gonna deal with me based on the last thing that he remembers. It don't matter if for 3 whole weeks I've been doing something different. If he ain't see it, it didn't happen.
Damn right.
You understand? But y'all talking about God know my heart. God ain't worried about what you feeling in your chest. Oh, I wouldn't have blew his ride. You know what I'm saying? Hadn't I been drunk. God know my heart. That ain't what I do on the regular though. It was just because I was drinking all that tequila. I lost my mind, girl. Right. But the Lord know my heart, but I don't know. That tequila, it put me on something else. Right. God know my heart. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know, I wouldn't have robbed that brother and took his chain, but man, you know, I was going through, man. I had to make a move, man. God know my heart. No, man. God, when it's saying God know your heart, He know what the scriptures say about the heart. That it is desperately wicked and deceitful above all things, man. That's what that means when He say God know your heart. Listen, man. The Christian church did us dirty, man. It got us taking what the Lord is saying. I know you're bullshit. He ain't saying I know that you're a good person. Because the Bible says, Christ said there's none good but God.
That's right.
So how do y'all take that and flip it and bounce it on some bullshit? Finish reading that, warrior.
For that which is highly esteemed among men.
That which is what?
Highly esteemed among men.
That means what Priest Karan was saying. That which is placed up high among men, lobster tails, shrimp, you understand, caviar, escargot, which is a fancy French word for snails.
Damn right.
Which is an Obama goddamn nation.
That's right.
You understand? All that what we esteem, getting to this bag, getting to this money, you know what I'm saying, is what?
Is abomination in the sight of God.
That's what Priest Karan was bringing out.
Damn right.
But you sit up in Red Lobster, these restaurants, with getting shrimp scampi, you feel like you're doing something. Because you justify yourself before men. You feel like you getting that plate of food makes you have a high rank in this kingdom.
Right.
But to the Lord, you dumpster juice.
So damn right. No, that's real. And on top of that, though, let me tell y'all something, though, man. See, your ass trying to get some clarification and put yourself amongst men. That's why your ass out there being strippers. That's why you out there on Backpage. That's why you out there with your OnlyFans page. See, you ain't out there because the Most High told you to do that. You know why you out there? To get the money. Right. You out there trying to get a bag to, guess what? To make your father sad, man. You don't want to be a Prince of Zion. You want to be the whore of the earth. See,
the whore of Babylon.
The whore of Babylon. You don't want to be that rare ruby that's worth. You want to be that virtuous woman that's worth more than a ruby. You want to be that goddamn whore that's worth more than the popcorn.
Because it ain't no. Because listen, man. It's because they didn't
Go
change.
Ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, man. The white man has convinced us to change what we value.
They didn't want to pop that ass.
Man, listen, man. It was a time where daughters cared about what their fathers thought about them, about their reputation, man.
Damn right.
It was a time where granddaughters cared about what their grandmothers thought about them. But when your grandmother got tattoos on her titties in between her cleavage, and she at the same club that you at, getting the same goddamn drink from the bar, wearing the same goddamn outfit from Forever 21. You know what I'm saying? That little slut dress.
Yeah.
Then I guess you can't disappoint her, can you?
You can't.
Right? But what he's bringing out is heavy, man. Y'all, the things that matter are morality. You know what I'm saying? Building families. Like having the order that the Lord prescribed for us, man. That don't matter to y'all no more because you feel like having money gives you options. Right. Now you feel like getting the bag means that you could be a God unto yourself. Right. Now, if I get the money, I can live how I want to live.
Yeah.
That's why you sisters are out there talking about how a man can have more than one wife unless he's financially stable. Because you feel like that money gives him the authority. No, the Lord's word gave us the authority, man.
That's right.
And it's cool. It's okay.
It's cool.
Yeah, go ahead, Salaki.
Because you know why? Your goddamn WAP ain't gonna get you the kingdom of heaven. You hear me? Your WAP, let me tell you something, man. Your WAP can honestly be just as dry as a hung up mop. So this is what I'm trying to tell you like this, man. If y'all keep relying on what the Most High gave you, you will lose it. See, y'all out here acting as if these porno businesses, these porno sites giving y'all this money. Everybody's making your life better for you showing what the Most High gave you, which you know goddamn well the Most High say he do not want his daughters. There is no princess of Zion is a whore. You gotta be a prostitute, man. So you want to show the world your goodies and expect to be treated like a princess? See, I ain't gonna call you no queen because the queen is a whore. See, y'all don't know that. Y'all women out there calling yourself queens because you know why?
They in the spirit, y'all.
Y'all in the spirit.
Y'all in the spirit of your father, the devil.
Damn right.
The spirit of this hell that we live in, of Babylon, because you is queens. You are whores.
Whores. And that is the bottom line. So, until y'all understand this, man, your funky ass ain't going to get you no $1 billion. It do in some places. But guess what you got to do, though? You gotta sell your soul. You have to let every goddamn body run through that filthy bond, and then expect to get you a righteous dude at the end of it. Like, it don't work that way, man.
Yeah, man, y'all think life is a porn clip. You think it's a porn clip. You think, oh, I'm about to turn up, get lit, do this and do that. But you listen, don't you know that you're gonna be 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old? You can't spread your cheeks forever.
Damn right.
You can't listen. You can't bounce and pop it forever.
Damn right.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. And listen, y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. When I see tattoos all over somebody, man, I be looking like, man. Now listen, I have compassion because we in this truth. We all have come from a lifestyle.
That's right.
But it's like you're marked already. You've been written on and marked on. That's why the Lord said, don't put no ink on your body, man.
Damn right.
They've trampled all over you. You're showing me how many demons inspired you already.
Damn right.
You understand? Y'all, listen, man. Y'all, and listen. You feel like you didn't took that. Listen, I done heard some of y'all sisters say that didn't count. The brother that rotted you down last night, it didn't count because it was only 5 pumps. No, another man was inside of you, man. I don't count that as a body.
Wow.
Y'all, listen, man.
Wow.
Listen. You can take a shower, you can wash your behind, but your stain has not been wiped away. The only way you wipe away that stain, man, is by coming into this truth and repenting and dying to who you were.
That's right.
You understand? In the same way us as men have to die to who we were, man.
That's right.
And then you so-called gain your virginity back spiritually.
That's right.
You understand? So we're not looking down on y'all, man, at all, because we was in that same position. But y'all think that you're gonna have this little moment of listen, man. I'm listening to a show out of one, and the women is talking about they want to have a man who they feel is so handsome and can rob them downright. So, but you know what that means, right? What that means is that if because sex is marriage. If a man rods them down and they feel like it wasn't good enough because they've been whores and had all types of rods in them, right? And basically they didn't put dynamite sticks in the cave and blew the cave up, so the hole is bigger now, right? And now they gotta have a goddamn telephone pole to even feel anything. Ooh. Because you whores out there have created a goddamn wind tunnel, right? You understand? So now you saying, well, he got to be able to satisfy me and do this. So in order for you to find out who can satisfy you, what do you have to do? Go get married and unmarried. Go get married and unmarried until you find the right one. But then it's like, well, damn, he's rotting me down, right? But the bag ain't big enough. Y'all are whores, man. And y'all are whores, man. And go ahead, man.
Y'all nasty whores. Y'all out there talking about the windpipe now. That's why y'all brought out that goddamn fishing, huh? Getting the arm down. Nigga put their arms in you. Hit you with the I do kick. Because you know why? You goddamn in the telephone pole in you. That shit done been worn out. And you expect a nigga to go treat that shit like it's a virgin pussy. Salakia. Anyway, man. Go ahead. Go. Alright, check this out, man. With that being said, man, we gonna end the class like this, man. Yo, this is the Isupk Killeen, Texas Brotherhood class, man. You heard me? Started, hey, look, man. We is the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Under Commander on your honor. We've been doing this since 1969. Guess what? If you're not in the Isupk, but you claim on the Hebrew Israelite group, you are not in the truth. That's right. Because guess what? Your elder or your leader, whatever you want to call him, is a traitor. Is a traitor. Yeah, right. Hey, can we get the announcement, sir? The water.
These are the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it.
Right. That's right.
After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. Right. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and in Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund is a free will offering for priests. It's not mandatory. It's whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have Purim coming up on the 14th and the 15th day of the 12th month. We found in Esther chapter 9 verses 20 through 31. We also have the 52nd annual Passover on the 14th day of the first month. We find in Exodus chapter 12 verses 1 through 51, Leviticus chapter 23 verses 4 and 5, 1 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7 and 8, and 2 Chronicles chapter 30 verse 17. Remind Akim and Akwathian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And this includes ISBK security announcements.
Hey, go ahead. Hey, man, with that being said, man, listen, man. This is our priest officer Karab of 1,000 bringing it to you. This is Tabazar Bunya Howard, the officer of 50 brought it to you, man. In the class, man, we had that body man of Bonzayan, officer of 50, trooper Kalkazar. You know, sister in the hill, man, she ain't got a name yet, but you know she go by the name Janelle right now. But, man, I'm telling you right now, man, this is what's going on, man. The Isupk Kaleen holding it down, man, for the Central Texas, man. Right. And you are in the Central Texas, man. I don't got to repeat the names no more. You know if you Central Texas or not. Listen, man, give us a call, man, and understand this, man. We are the home of the truth, man.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
That's right.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above when they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop it, ass shit. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. So everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop it, ass shit. The prophets about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world, it don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the skull never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world to know. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. With step, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass see the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years. But that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass see the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga.
Yeah.
We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga.
No.
Demons lurking, you Twitter searching behind them curtains without a purpose. Bread and circus, just peep the verses. Every time when evil surface, living out these evil curses. I see my people hurting. COVID got these people nervous. It's a damn shame, can't even walk in the store without a mask on. I'm a wise man, praying oppression won't last long. Turn class on, Captiati driving something heavy. Can't lose focus, I'm ready. How we gotta fight these demons? Whole lot of niggas being bitches, whole lot of bitches being petty. Black, Hispanic, Native, we all niggas. One West, home, mother killers. Even though they hate me, they gon' feel us. Fuck them other niggas, we the realest. And we ain't never scared. Just pay attention, my nigga. Here comes the circus once they give you the bread. All this bullshit I ain't feeling it. Gotta peep game, be vigilant. All of my niggas stay diligent. Everything I rap, we living it. And I'ma prophesy until all of my people rise. Just open up your eyes, pay attention. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. Voting for the lesser two evils is nonsense. Social media keep you distracted with foolish content. You keep scrolling, the weak folding. Since 1969 we hold it down and keep rolling. Rolling hard with battle scars from proven soldiers. My people destroy corrupted venom from these wicked cobras. Until it's over, gotta man up. Kwame Yasha Allah, they shooting us with our hands up. Don't fucking cowards, prince of the power. But I ain't shit without my team. We hit the scene and stay prepared to meet the king. Sword in our hand, ready to stand, ready to fight, ready to kill. And for all my brothers, I give my life. It's a time to fish and it's a time to hunt. Stay on no, put down a blunt. Don't get killed cause you're trying to stun. Gotta get ready for the battlefront. That's how they trap you and distract you with the bread and circus. But you can't see cause you too blind behind them curtains. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus.
In the circuit, yeah. Hey, look at that nigga Officer Carrara on the bitch, you heard? Next time. Hey. Hey, Shalom, Israel.